This will probably work.
Yeah?
Hopefully.
I don't know, should we shut this?
All starts with Blake and I meeting way back in first grade. We were the only two to show up to class one day on a snow day.
Yeah.
We've known each other ever since first grade and hung out almost every day.
Pretty much.
Then Blake and I had a show at Shit Dungeon way back in the day, and Carnival was on that bill too. And Joe and Angel decided that night, just for the hell of it, to go to a local show.
Yeah.
And so then there we truly first met Joe and Angel.
Yeah,
and then
you guys came back to our place afterwards, so we
Yeah.
hung out on the roof.
It was supposed to be a big party.
It was March of this year.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We had kind of known each other.
We went to the same high school, so it's kind of,
hung out a little bit, but that was like the true
was,
bonding moment.
Yeah, we were all there at the same night, and I don't know, just
clicked.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a giant party, but ended up just being the four of us, and then
we weren't even supposed to host it. It was like last second.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, we live in the same neighborhood, so we'll just come kick it with you guys. And we're like,
yep,
okay, cool.
Worked out. It was really sick. And then I met Leah and Santino way back in the day at Spark Project Collective.
Yeah, it was like a Freck show, Great Citizens, and
Wow.
I don't know. It was a while ago.
Was it the
like
Hot Mom? Was it Hot Mom and A Jump Cannon?
No, because, like, we met you there. Okay, we met you in 2018 in, like, February, way back. And then when we really, like, met each other was also at that Hot Mom show at Spark Club, yeah.
I remember hanging out and meeting you, Santino more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the first time I really met you guys was at one of our old friends' birthday parties.
Yeah, definitely.
I walked into this room and it was just smoke. And then
hot boxing.
Yep, just a bunch of my new friends were in there. I didn't even realize it at the time.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
It's mostly shows.
Yeah, definitely. Just
shows bring
local
people
scene.
together, you know.
We moved in June.
5th.
June 5th.
June 5th is the date, yeah, because June 4th they moved out, and then Santino brought his stuff over the next day.
That's right.
So shit started moving in the day.
And then our first show was the same month.
June 28th.
Yeah, June 28th.
Yep. Blake and I were like, hey, let's Angel, what do you think of turning your basement into a venue? And then we started talking about it, and then we really had to convince Joe into it.
Yeah.
And
he put up a fight.
Then we
he did not like it.
Made Joe switch rooms to an upstairs room, and then it worked out, and we started to craft it out. And
you say it like you forced it.
Yeah.
I know Santino was kind of like scheming, trying to get you guys to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we were all just kind of bored with life in that moment, you know, and we were like, we have an opportunity here that nobody else has, so we took it.
I didn't think it would be as big as it was. I figured tops 50 people would come to a show or something. You know, like it would just stay low-key.
One time
and
thing.
That's what I thought too. I was like, of course I'm going to open my house up to like, do nice acoustic sets, and you know, sometimes be like, oh cool, nice little mosh, but it kind of just blew into this.
Show number 1 was like 80 people.
Yeah, it was just this cultural phenomenon right off the bat, I would say.
Yeah, also with it being on the east side, like I knew that there were high school kids and stuff, but I didn't realize how many kids were going to actually start coming.
There's nothing to do on this side of town, so
yeah, it was really cool to just like form a new community.
Yeah, and then we found each other out of shows, and we made our own shows, and now a bunch of people are meeting because of us.
Yep.
Feels real good.
You guys have like a favorite story and like
the second to last
Oh
show,
my God.
this like 16-year-old was running up to me, and I moved out of the way, and he threw up in the carpet right in front of the downstairs bathroom, and I was like, no.
It's really good, but also really bad towards the end is like the amount of people just randomly show up to the house, like especially when we weren't red tagged. Every day, 3-4 people would just show up.
Yeah, just we were trying to kick back like just the roommates, and then random people would go. You got to take off?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, go have fun. We'll see you guys tonight. Bye. You gave up on me.
Left a hole in my heart.
A crazy thing that happened was at the second Degenerate show for like your documentary.
Yeah.
When that came out, I forget who said it was, but like there was like a fight Like there was like
Oh, yeah.
borderline. Oh, like there was no swings, like, but there was pushing and shoving, and it was the closest we got to a fight here at the Scheme. The Degenerates hold that title now, and they're the only ones that have that, so that's pretty cool.
For some positive things, positive things. Probably the last Lime show.
Yeah,
that was
that-
freaking
I
sick.
mean,
that
that's
was
just
really good.
170 plus people around there.
I think
Yeah,
I think that was our
craziness.
biggest show, right?
Like
It
at
had to
one
be.
time, yes.
Wild.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was. I think the best memory I have of that show was I was on the stairs, hanging on that like little ledge, you know.
Yeah.
I was hanging on the stairs and like I couldn't get downstairs, but I'm just like leaning over 5 people and just looking, and I'm just seeing the Limes go at it, bro, taking their shirts off and shit, and just everyone singing along, and the entire basement. It was like I've never seen a show like that, because usually it's the main area is, you know, really big and moving, and then everyone else to the side of like next to the stairs and stuff are just kind of standing there and chilling, but the entire basement was packed and everyone was
wanted
moving.
to be down there.
It was
everyone
wanted to be down there, and not everyone could be in there. I think it was the first time we were like, oh shit,
Well, it was also
this is a problem that like
it's also one
too
of the
many people
only
want to be here,
times-
you know.
One of the only times where we've had people like pull back the soundproofing we have on the windows to look in the windows from outside.
Yeah, people were outside looking in, listening.
It was that, I think that was like the pinnacle of what the Scheme could be and could have been, you know. That's definitely the best memory for me.
My favorite memory is like your room's downstairs, right?
It
Or
was.
at least it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so at the first Degenerate show, I'm like running around. My bag was in your room, and I'm like running around like doing shit like all night. Like no one was ever in there, and like I did like, you know, like 3 straight, you know, just like filming and stuff. And like going to like grab something out of my bag, and I'm like out of breath, covered in sweat, and I just go in there, and Blake's just handled the bong, and he's like, "What's up?"
During the fashion show, right before the fashion show, you come up to me and you're like, hey, you want to help me film the fashion show? You hand me a camera. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm like, this is the most important part of the film. The actual fashion show. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this camera.
I think
That show is so good too. Like the whole like fashion show and lineup. Like
It was crazy.
that show,
It's good.
it proved that we could do more than just shows, you know. We could do other stuff. We
It
wanted
wasn't
to
just like a fringe little house show place.
we wanted people to be able to create in this place, because there's not a lot of places where you can just do a fashion show, you know. I don't really have that many bad moments, actually. During the August 31st show, I guess just the stress of like, dude, the cops are gonna come.
That was
and then and Damien freaking out and like
Dude,
shutting
Damien
down the show
freaked out
like
like
3
3
times.
times.
Wait,
Yeah.
this is another one of my favorite memories, bro. Me, you, and Damien were outside freaking out because that patrol car came by. Remember that?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're freaking out, and one of like Maniac Flames homies just comes out. It just starts sparking a blunt. And we're just like, not now, bro. Like, we're outside having a panic attack about this cop.
Yeah,
and
I forget. The cops came that night. Like, there were 3 SUVs that like came, stopped like 20
they were
yards away from the house.
they were
and
trying to
just
see
kept
what
going.
was up.
They came.
Even the bad stuff is a good story now. So there wasn't anything that ever like that was bad, you know. To get the negatives out of the way, it was just we couldn't do what we liked doing the most in the easiest way possible. I think we got shut down, and it was like, oh shit, okay, now we really have to try, you know, because before we put effort and everything into it, but it was our house. We woke up show day, cleaned the house a little bit, the band showed up, and then we were good to go, you know. And once we got shut down, it was like we didn't really know exactly what we were gonna do, and I know for me that was actually kind of exciting. It was it was forcing us to take the next step.
I remember seeing you like at the Banana Pancakes show. The Banana Pancake show the next day at Club Congress, and I was like, and like the first thing that ran through my mind when I heard about it was like y'all already had like a lineup like for the next like couple of weeks. So I was like, I wonder what he's gonna do about that. And I like went up to you, I was like, so like how you feeling? He's like, you just like walked by me like, we're gonna work it out. It just like kept on.
I didn't know at the time. All I knew was that I was excited to see what was gonna happen, and I figured worst case scenario is we get a solid 6 months to just hang out and be part of the scene, you know. Just go to other shows and stuff.
We gotta like restart, refresh, you know, kind of chill out. Like I mean, like
it was taking a toll on us.
Yeah, a lot of people just wanted to hang out at the house for like no reason. Like people just wanted to be here because it was cool.
Yeah.
But now it's just like just us and the true homies.
Yeah.
So like just getting to like live life normally, you know?
Yeah, I think another great thing about it is it's kind of really helped us like form better like just relationships with like people in the community and stuff like that, because I mean it's great having like shows at your house and like I don't know, like making friends with all the bands and whatnot, but I don't know, it just helps you just see all the other things and all the other projects in Tucson and just meet more people, you know? It just like broadens our horizons.
Yeah.
I definitely feel more in sync with the rest of the scene, you know? We're not our own individual thing now. We are kind of just everywhere. We try to be everywhere, you know, and we try to help what we can do for the scene, and I don't know, it's been good. I think the red tag was good for us, because if we were still going as hard, I don't think we would like doing shows anymore. I think it'd be exhausting, and that's what we hoped, you know, when we got red tagged. We knew it was going to come, but when it happened, we wanted it to inspire other people to do other shows, and that's exactly what happened. So, and like you said, we got our own personal like life back, you know. It's kind of nice to just come home and be able to relax, and there's not like 5 people just kicking it here, you know.
I think the scheme, like taking a red tag and not just like taking it laying down and just like going away forever and whatnot, like staying around. We're doing shows at other places. We're making content now.
I think it was definitely a statement for the scene, you know, because when a place gets red tagged, they're gone. Like,
fuck a red tag.
It also just showed how much like love people had for us, because like we had the GoFundMe and like so many people donated, and like even though like it might not seem like a lot to people, like it meant so much for us.
It was,
and the money donated, like it's crazy.
It was enough for us to be like, okay, there really is something here, you know, people care about it, so we need to take care of it and not just throw it away because we're red tagged.
I need a pack of strings from you.
From me?
Mm-hmm.
Pack of
You
strings.
still have the Diodarios that you bought like 4 months ago?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Wow,
nice fit.
that's so good.
So like a future message for our songs? Okay.
Yes. So for the Schemers in 2020.
Like not to be one of those YouTubers that's like, hey guys.
Sorry I've been gone for a while.
I've been gone for a while, but I got some stuff that I can't tell you guys about. But like 2020 is definitely gonna be a great year of new opportunities.
Yeah, and, you know, I think we brought new life and rejuvenated the scene once, and I plan on doing that again in 2020. So, bye guys. Bye, Brandon.
Bye.
I just really want to see like the impact more out there, like more publicly, and just like kind of normalized in a way. It's, you know, because like it is like so niche and whatnot. Like I want to see a lot of Scheme logos walking around next year.
Just the scene is, you know, it is big, but it is still a niche thing, and if we can break down just a little bit of those barriers and get, you know, some people from around town, you know, there's so many kids from the U of A and they have no idea, and they probably love it, you know, so we're trying to break those barriers down to
get
bring
even
people
more
in,
like different artists, different genres and stuff like that.
The more people you bring in, the
Doing
bigger it's gonna get, and the better it's gonna get.
Different music styles, different shows like that. That'd be awesome. Like I really love the Degenerate show, just because it's just it's so different compared to just like the punk music, the punk scene. Yeah, I love that.
It's happening again.
We can do now more than ever. The scene is crossing through a lot of different genres and stuff. You know, a lot of different people are meeting, and
there's no more
awesome.
like clique anymore. I feel like
the
everyone's
scene
kind
is
of
like
busting down the doors for each other.
That's like the one like great thing I think like with the Scheme I've noticed. I don't know, maybe it's just because like I'm getting older and like I'm more involved, but I remember just going to like punk shows in like 2016, 15, and it just like it felt like all these kids, they were friends, and it was hard to kind of like get in and get involved.
You know, I think right now everyone in the scene is breaking down those barriers that are already in the scene. You know, once we break down those barriers, breaking down the barriers to everyone else is going to be easy.
It's so awesome to show up to like Scheme Presents shows across town. They're punk shows, and then you just see like 2 or 3 people walk in with Degenerate shirts.
That's fire.
It was a good little team up for sure. I don't know, 2020, I think it's going to be a really big year, not only for us, but the scene and
The world.
for everyone. Just Tucson, man. I there's a storm coming. I really think so. I can feel it. Everyone's ready to break down those barriers.
So, alright, last thing. I never mind, the camera died.
This is the Scheme Team. Welcome to the movement.